Good afternoon, this is Will Faerber from Art to Ride, and I thought I'd do a little update today on Dave Murphy because we just went to a good place with her. He's been working his mare now with me. I come and work with him once a week generally. It's been about 6 months, something like that, I'd say. More than that, maybe a little longer than that. Now, 8 or 9 months now. And he's learned to lunge the horse correctly, as you all have seen. When he first started riding this horse, the thing I was immediately struck by was how uncomfortable she was carrying his weight. And I think that's the thing he wasn't realizing, that this horse really needed to work to build up enough strength to carry him. He's a pretty big man, and this is not a big horse, though she is quite stout, and she certainly is big enough to carry him once she has been conditioned correctly. But what I wanted to point out today was how lovely and free her walk has become. As I said, I'm no longer seeing the horse struggling to carry his weight. So that tells me that we're making good progress and we're ready to move on into other things. But look how lovely. I mean, this is a horse who was pretty much, you know, constantly spooking, like I don't know if you could hear on the video, but a car just went by. Just a car going by 8 or 9 months ago, right, Dave, would have been enough to send her into a little spasm, you know. So she's now learned we've gotten rid of everything that was bothering her. And what I was explaining to Dave also is that, you know, horses react when that's why we must remove all the pain. We must be sure their feet are right. We must be sure the saddle's right. We must be sure that we're purporting ourselves in the best way on top of the horse, stretching up, right, Dave? So that we carry ourselves and not letting ourselves just collapse onto the back of a horse like a sack of potatoes, you know. This is an athletic sport. As I'd like to say, you're never going to be a better rider than you are fit, you know, just like any other athletic sport. The fitter you are, the easier this will be. And in my years of teaching, I can tell you, just, you know, I see people and they just jump right through it. You know, I have a woman right now who's, I believe, 51, but she was a gymnast and still has the body of a gymnast. She got on a horse and she was ready to go. A few months' time and she's out with a little rescue horse winning things all over the place, and having a good time. So your physical fitness for the horse and yourself are so important, and so that the horse can carry you correctly, you can stretch up and carry your weight once again instead of just letting it collapse into the back of a horse like a sack of potatoes. And you see how she's reacted here a little bit with Dave, and something bothered her, but he's not going to make a big deal of it. He's going to leg yield her back over where she was before. That's it, letting her stretch back to the head and neck once again and stretching all the way down like that. So that was really good because we got to see him react to something going on. She did, you know, as I said, 8 or 9 months ago, that would have been a giant spook. She would have been taken off, bolting around the arena. You know, now it was just a little more than just bending her away. And what Dave has realized is that when something goes wrong, we keep the horse moving forward. We just bend it away. That's what the shoulder in and the leg yields are for. They're the most powerful tools that we have to bring the horse back into the outside rein and back under control and away from what it may be thinking at. Like right here, he's going to show you how that's going to work. See how she started to look at something there? So Dave's going to stretch up like that, trying not to be too rigid in his hands. You're getting a little too tight in your hands there, Dave. That's why you let your hands become a little too rigid, and that would have caused you a problem had you not let go. But had you kept ramping it up like that, you would have. But because you listened to my voice and you let go, it didn't happen, and she relaxed again. So be careful that you keep your hands like a pressure cooker. You have to keep them making contact but softening, but never becoming rigid. As soon as your hands become rigid, I guarantee you the horse is going to react in a bad way to them. So keep softening, like here she is. She's trying to spook again. So we're just going to put her in a little bit of a shoulder in, or her leg yield. Keep your hands soft, Dave, soft. Don't let it become rigid like that. And then softer and let her stretch back out again. And that's how you deal with it, without ever jerking on the horse, without ever turning it into a fight, beating on her. Just put the horse in a little bit of a shoulder in, and away you go. Okay, once again, this is Will Faerber from Art to Ride with Dave Murphy. Say hi to all your fans out there, Dave. Very good. And we'll see you next time at Art to Ride. Hope that helps.